All right, we just got back from seeing the re-release of Avengers EndGame, and here's what we saw after the film. Yes, I'm turning on the Spoiler Zone banner because if you want to see what events and scenes are shown after the film, then you'll have to wait and go see it for yourself. We know all of this is a ploy to try and get Avengers Endgame past, past the Avatar run. So I don't know, blah, 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 blah. How close are we? It's 2.2,751,000,000 right now. So that is about 35 million, 37 million maybe or so. Let's look at this. Or so before that. This is only up to like Thursday, I think. Maybe Wednesday. Something like that. So we're very close. I don't know if it's going to push it over being, this kind of extra stuff this weekend. I have no idea. What they did show us was pretty cool. So spoiler zone is still in effect. So the first thing that we saw, at the beginning of the film of Avengers, we get was it Joe or which one was it? No, it was Anthony Russo. Am I correct? Yes. Telling us there's stuff after the movie. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, so we watched the movie, and let me say, watching it for the third time, some of the scenes that hit me just the same, maybe even as the first time. I mean, there's some things going on in the world and stuff right now that are making, things more emotional. I need back surgery, so I'm like in constant pain and on pain medication now, where I wasn't at the other viewings. So that definitely takes a toll on you emotionally, so going and seeing the movie when you're in pain and medicated, I don't know if that's gonna, I don't know. Anyway, it affected me more. I think it hit me more when I was in the film, even though I knew it was coming, I knew it was happening, all that stuff was coming, but it still hit me again. Even the end scenes that happen at at the end, and who we lose at the end of the film. Okay, all of that was still hit me. Okay, so at the end of the film, we get one of the Russos coming on, and then we get a huge tribute to Stan Lee of just him doing kind of the behind the scenes of him doing his little cameos and everything else, and how happy and how wonderful it was for him, and how appreciative and loving he was to everyone on set, and how everyone just loved him, and just being the Stan Lee that we all know and saw was just continued. He was just that way. He was just, an awesome, happy guy, right? Just completely. And that even almost brought me to tears. How nice the tribute was. It was probably a good 2-3 minutes. It was a long tribute. So that was really nice. I really appreciated that. And, just, I think they put on like Stanley, We Love You 3000 or something like that at the end after the whole tribute, which was just, again, just hits you, right? So then next we get a scene of, it's a cutout scene, kind of not finished, of course, of the Hulk, and there's some buildings on fire, and he jumps into and there's people stuck in the building on fire. What the timeline of this was, whether this was, it'd have to be somewhere before, later in the 5 years, because he's already become, the Professor Hulk kind of character. So he's jumping into the building, he grabs this little satellite dish thing and scoops people up and puts them in the satellite dish, and then jumps down off the building and then kind of puts them out onto the ground and stuff, so they can be safe and all that. So and then that was that. That was only like about a minute of anything. So then that was done, and it would have been an okay thing to add. It didn't really add too much to the story. We already got to see, Professor Hulk basically in the film. This didn't actually add any to the transition. Maybe, I don't know if they filmed any of him doing any of his transition, or maybe he hooks himself up to some more gamma rays or something else like that. I don't know if they did any of those kinds of scenes, but this was not that, which is what I was thinking when they were explaining it. But, in some other, Feige in some other interviews, but it wasn't that. It was just him saving some people off of a building as Professor Hulk. And it was, looked like Play-Doh, him doing it because it was not finished effects at all. So then the last part is Hill and Fury are in some town. I think it's in Mexico or somewhere. And they're there, or maybe it's in Italy. I can't remember. Where this town's halfway destroyed, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And lo and behold, Jake Gyllenhaal's character, Mysterio, shows up, and he's fighting some crazy creature and stuff, telling them, they're not supposed to be here. They don't know what's going on and everything else. And then it cuts to, boom, Spider-Man, Far From Home is coming to, theater. So it's kind of a lead-in, kind of an end scene, that we've normally seen in these Marvel films, where you're leading us directly into the next film. So, and then it was over. So it added, put on an additional 6 minutes onto the end of the film, 6.5 minutes. So, after you've been there for 3+ hours, the extra 6 minutes, whatever, it's still another 6 minutes. The odd thing, the crazy thing was, there were people leaving the theater and not staying in the theater during the credits. It's like, hello, the reason we're all here is to watch these extra pieces and these extra scenes, so that, I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe they didn't know, maybe they just happened to be there. The theater was probably half full, so that's not too bad for a 6:50 show on a Friday night for a movie like 8 weeks out. We did get the, let's go to roaming cam here. We did get this poster. This is the, down on the bottom, it says, we love you 3000 down there on the bottom. So I think that's just kind of, Marvel telling the fans, that all this whole journey of 10 years, was, just amazing. And it was all because of the fans and stuff. We do have the, let's see if we can get this one on roaming cam here. We do have the 10-year poster over here that we got at, this is the one from when we saw Infinity War at the El Capitan Theater. So those are kind of the bookends. So I got one on this side, one on the other side of the studio thing there. So that's kind of cool. I'm digging on that. So having bookend posters kind of thing. So, all right. So was it worth going to see again? That's kind of the takeaway. Yeah. I mean, one, the fact that seeing it for the third time, the movie still affected me. The highs and lows, the comedy, the drama, the interaction between the characters, the loss of characters in the film, and all that. Yes, it still affected me. It still had an impact. It still had something, there was still something there watching it over and over again. It was still there. It was still worth it. Of course, one ticket was, we're part of the Cinemark Movie Club, so one ticket was our regular free one that we get, and then another one, the other ticket, was actually a free one because we had enough points. So we didn't actually pay anything to go see this film, but still, even if we would have paid, the $10 a ticket, normal price that we pay and stuff, it still would have been worth it. It still would have been worth going to see the things in the end, just the tributes that they put in there just for the fans, because I really do think that the Russo brothers and a lot of the people in Marvel that are there. We go to see these films, right, all the time, and I'm sure that it's just, if they didn't make such great movies for us to go see, minus a few of them, and a few of them have been, iffy, to say the least, with, I think we all know what I'm talking about. Yes, but I think they love us loving the movies, just the same way we love them for making them. So anyway, I know Spider-Man comes out pretty soon, and I'll probably definitely go see that. We saw Toy Story, all kinds of stuff. So it should be pretty fun next couple of months. I hear they're filming Black Widow. I'm hoping for that she gets, that film and stuff. So we'll see. All right. But anyway, that's what you get if you go. Those are the scenes that you get by going to see the re-release of Avengers EndGame, and we will see the true story of this, whether or not it passes Avatar. That's the goal, I'm sure. So we're driving to that goal. So we'll see how that works. If they do, I'll make another video. If not, and it drops out of the theater, then I won't make a video. Or I'll make a video about saying, so close, so close. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Well, thanks for watching this video, and I do videos like this, movies, TV, whatever's on my mind. I do photography videos. I do technical computers videos about computer learning and computer training and stuff for AWS and Windows and different things like that. So any of those things, subscribe to my channel. You'll continue to get them. If you have any comments about what you saw at Avengers EndGame, go ahead and comment down below. And thanks for watching this one. Take care.